Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online. Tariq, hey.
Hey.
Hey, alright, hey, before we get started, I have been informed by my lawyers I need to issue the statement in regards to a comment I said last week.
That I don't, I'll be honest, I don't even remember what that comment was.
Needs to be stated, right? Right? So, hey, last week I made a comment about Baraba and the incest and referential of her, and which I was at the time unaware of the events in regards to the fact that Baraba's actress is only 15 years old. I found out at that moment when someone informed me. So in response to that, for my last statement, I would like to retract it, and I would promise I would never refer to that Baraba's character as that ever again going forward within the show and everything, right?
Good call. Don't do
that. Bad idea, Terry. I was definitely not aware in that the fact that Baraba's actress is only 15 because she looks like she looks way older than that.
Yeah, she is. Oh, don't get yourself in trouble now. Don't try to don't. I mean, don't do the she looked 18. Don't do that. Don't give that logic. That's how you get Andrew Tated.
Right? Was that where up? Because I thought, I thought there was Japanese laws in effect.
Well, they're trying to fix those laws for the first time in fucking forever. They're finally trying to fix that, but anyway, hey.
Yeah, hey. It's Kamen Rider Geats, episode 24. Divergence SP, emergency. Special all about the Desire Grand Prix.
Oh, SP emergency? Are we back in Sentai hell? No, we're not in Sentai
that's
hell.
right. Are we in Deca Ranger now?
No, we're in we're just having the Desire Grand Prix special. The special look. At least this is a lettering that makes sense because it's SP for special. But like,
and not episode 26, right?
Yeah, but in mystery letters and shit from from the Sanskrit of the Rosetta Stone. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, look, this is for the most part this is a recap episode, so we don't need to go too far into it. But let's. The best thing to say about this is that. God, I really wanted to do this. I don't know if it's better or worse that we're doing this on the fumes of finishing off Dawn Brothers, but boy,
hey,
it's
coming out this Saturday. By the way, our episode 50 review.
But Dawn Brothers was such a beating of narrative incompetency and clusterfuckery. That having this moment of it's so hard for me to trust a tokusatsu now, and Revice and Saber definitely didn't help with that, but it's Geats just continues to do these things that I can't tell if they're objectively competent or I'm just so beaten down by narrative fuckery that I am just well, this seems pretty good, and it's actually a really stupid idea. But, at least if you're going to have a recap episode, this is the way to do it. Especially with the narrative of the show that they establish of this being a reality show. Having a recap episode fits within the way that they handle recapping the series so far in the show works narratively because of how the show's the world of Geats works in the Desire Grand Prix as a reality show. So it's it's I don't want to be too hyperbolic, but it is brilliant in a sense of this is exactly how you should do it. You can't do this with every show, but it's this is the kind of fourth wall breaking, but not actually fourth wall breaking recap.
From a narrative standpoint for the audience, it is a good reason to introduce an actual recap that isn't uh-oh, boy, one of the actress is sick this week and we can't record, so quickly,
yeah, or an international pandemic started.
Video fire, and get those clips.
Or an international pandemic started, and we should fucking figure that out.
Right? Let's not introduce any new character in this recap special, right? Isn't explained. Right? Hey. A lot of characters gets introduced this episode as well, you know.
I mean, but it's not. It's less that they get introduced. It's that their character is getting revealed because they're at least in one case, it's a character that we've seen before as a person, and in another case, it's the identity of another character that is not, in fact, a sentient toad statue.
from the talking toad statue world.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the way that is worded is an avatar, so it still could be.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, we still don't really. Okay, so we know we gain more knowledge about this whole episode. Like we said, is a recap episode because oh no, Baraba fucked everything up last time by transforming and smashing everything up. With her big ass mecha rider form, and all of the riders basically have to go into the rest area to hang out with their sponsors and get patched up while the DGP scrambles to figure out what the fuck to do.
Also, by the way, so there's a popular theory right now online about how the sponsors are somehow related to their respective.
So I thought about that. Right.
Yeah, so I thought it was really stupid until I looked up Zine. I thought he was a wolf, but it's been updated. He's a silver fox. Apparently.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that update.
Yeah, I was
that
really
he's supposed to be a silver fox.
The reason why I thought the theory was really stupid at first because originally he said he was a wolf. I was like, I don't understand how a fucking
and
wolf
then
relates to a fucking fox,
and then again,
right?
I don't remember what the fuck folktale it is, but I know there's some fucking Tanuki and the frog or toad or something, or raccoon, and I know there's some Japanese folklore or something with that, or something associating them together. But the other thing is, I mean, Neon and Kyun. Neon is a cat, Kyun is a griffin. There's something, or a fucking chimera, lion, manticore,
a lion, right? You know, both feline, both from the feline family, you know.
Yeah, so it's There's something to that theory. The only thing that I'm trying to think of is what... It's still not clear what that really means. But the good thing is, I guess, in my mind, that they haven't necessarily they haven't directly hinted at that or said anything about that. So if that winds up just being a complete fan speculative theory, I'm fine with that because they're not actually trying to say that. They're just saying
they're not trying to force that these characters are related in any way to their
it's just
hey, okay.
It's just
I
seems
just
like
think Ace is a cool guy, you know, right? And,
which I've had the same thought too. There's just some things that I have I'm but does that really work necessarily? Because that would mean that the audience would have to be always changing because not every writer succeeds, and it doesn't really then it would require some kind of selection process and get into time shifty stuff, and it's that's really messy, and I don't really like that. I don't want that to be the answer, but I could see that,
right?
But this is an episode that is not just recap flashback. It's actual backstory flashback because we finally learn how the fuck Ace got into this, right? One of the first things that we see is Gene describing how he picked Ace, and it's I saw you fucking we were doing a little DGP ourselves, and then you as a high school kid with no driver just decided to start whooping ass, and I was like, seems like a good bet. The selection process, again, going back to that theory of them being related to them, the selection process seems too random based off of the qualities that they're saying for it to make them be directly their descendants. For there to be a bigger reason behind it. But also, so a lot of things get confirmed also. This has been a whole big thing of traveling through different time periods and making people fight and do stuff. The only thing that makes it weird with that is Ace has said that he's been alive for millennia and blah blah blah, and assuming that he was drawn into the game at 17 or whatever in high school, and he's 22 or 23 now, and he's been fighting and like doing all this stuff for, let's say, just in his own timeline, right? Chronologically for 4 years worth of days, right?
Yeah.
Understanding that the timeline resets with every new world. I don't really understand. Like, it seems like the only way that would truly be correct for what Ace is saying it as would be
right, because we know, because they had that whole conversation with Shira. I mean,
with Kawa and he had the whole conversation with Niram.
Yeah, yes. Right, when he's like, hey, you're not from this era. And
neither am I.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I still think that Ace could still be millennia years old, but he's like, hey, I don't want the people to find out that I'm not the type of guy to form a bunch of relationships across the and be mad that every time I form a relationship, that person dies in my arms, and that caused me to resent and hate the world.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is like, I don't know, there's a lot of time fuckery with that. And so that's the only thing about this episode that gives me like my first really big hiccup with the show, where it's like, okay, if when Gene had showed him selecting Ace, it was fucking Edo period Japan or some like, or
is it? This looks like what?
That's fucking
70s era Japan.
I don't even know if it's 70s. I think it's like 90s. I mean, maybe it's supposed to be 80s, but I mean, it's like he's just got his hair slicked back. He looks like he's in fucking Forza. Like, I'm just saying, he does. Like, it's not that different than who he is now. So the only other question is like maybe he was brought into the past because of his like first like desire being included in every single game, right? So that would mean that even when he's in the present, he gets sucked into games that they have including members from the past. Maybe something like that. I don't know. It gets real. The concept of the audience and the game being created by these outside of time deities or entities makes the whole concept of Ace being able to keep track of his own timeline very questionable. Like, Ace might not be able. I guess that's the thing, is Ace might not be a reliable narrator in this story as the main character. He may not be able to actually know. He doesn't know everything. He didn't know that his mom even was a navigator, like a previous navigator for the game before starting this series proper. So I think Ace still has stuff that Ace, I'll be real. I know that I love Kawa, but Ace fucks, right? Ace is a fucking badass. He's Giga Chad.
Oh, is Ace on all those charts, like, knows what sex is? Fucks?
Oh, yeah, right? yeah. But it's like...
that's good. I'm gonna write that down. So
but the thing is, he doesn't... Like... But he's still figuring stuff out, and he still has missing pieces. So, to me, that tells me there's still stuff that even he doesn't know, despite having all of his, like, involvement in the game. So something's fucked up with his memory. Somewhere there's holes that need to be figured out and filled in.
Yeah.
But that's Ace's problem. The general, for us as the audience, and for the audience of the DGP, this just establishes, hey, this is how Ace got included, and like, this is how we all got here with we tried throwing a bunch of other people at Ace, even though because he's the fucking best, and he slays all the pussy, and he kills all the bad guys. Like, men and women want to be with him. Like, just everybody wants to be in bed with him. The only other thing is like, hey, credit where credit's due. There's only 2 other riders that have been able to hold up to him, and that's Nago and Tycoon. We're not talking about Buffa. We don't talk about Buffa. Shut up. We don't talk about Buffa. No. There is no Buffa. We don't. Shh. Fuck Buffa. No, absolutely not. But it's just like, okay, cool. We get more like explanation of how Geats came to be, or Ace came to be Geats, the unbeatable, and the other riders, Kawa and Neon, learn more from their supporters about why they got chosen, which is, in Kawa's point, is I think exactly what I've been saying about like Kawa as a character, where he's like, he is supposed to be this optimistic character that is sort of like not a foil to Ace, but he's more of the archetypal like fresh-faced newbie like Kamen Rider versus the established like again Kabuto versus Gattack, like that sort of like character dynamic. And so like all of those idealistic things, like that's what Kekura says, like, yeah, that's why I picked you. Neon's is just sad. Like, Kyun is just like, man, you looked real, like, I'll be honest, I just wanted you to, like, be happy. Like, your life sucks, dude. Like, I just really wanted to help you, and it's like, oof, jeez, damn, that's fucked up. But, you know, hey, we get more about, we get more of that with this episode than we have with anything else.
Right.
But hey, the recap gets cut short because, oh no.
DGP does have a good security system.
Yeah, they're hacking the firewall. They're putting in the... They should have gotten that NordVPN.
Right? Oh, yeah. And they had none of this would have happened, you know?
Yeah, if only they followed the Nordiverse.
Right, yeah, hey, Baraba's here now. She's like, hey, look. Oh, man, hey, your games suck. I'm going to create my own games now. It's going to be way better.
Yeah, with strippers and blackjack, yeah. I'm burning this to the ground. It's time for I burned this world to the ground. That you were playing on.
Look, I'm tired of the Jamatos being second rate.
Yeah, how dare you oppress the Jamatos? Also, I will say, like, it is... None of this is necessarily new information, but it is like confirmation of stuff where it's like, okay, so the Jamatos were made as like initially as just an antagonistic force to be created for the DGP, like further whatever like death game, you know. And they are like that is why they had this relationship with Archimetal, right? But now, for whatever reason, his like cultivation technique has started to make them evolve, and Baraba wants in on that like chaos, and it's just a whole. Now it's a giant game of capture the flag or like kill the king, like whoever gets to kill the other team's king and bring back the other team's vision driver first wins. Like, which I kind of assumed would happen eventually because any death game sort of like Kamen Rider series feels like it always eventually ends on the whole thing falling apart and breaking down.
Yeah, you always go after whoever's at the top.
It's like the game goes on until the people get dissatisfied and then war breaks out, you know, sort of thing.
Right. And until they say that, hey, look, I'm altering the terms and conditions, you know, right? Yeah. Right? Hey, look, hey, let's argue for us to get benefits as well, you know, right?
Yeah.
Let's get a union rep, you know, right?
Yeah.
Right? Hey, look, it's not fair we don't have a union to discuss this, you know, right?
Yeah, we're stronger together. Ape strong together.
Yeah. Right? But yeah, hey, look, she wants Nero's password, you know.
Yeah, she needs that. She needs the key. She needs both keys to pull off the nuclear codes.
Right.
And now she's like, hey, you know, Michinaga, hey, you're half Jamato. You get to compete. I'll give you a wish.
I'll give you a pass, you know, right?
Oh, yeah. Look. You're half Jamato. That's close enough.
Right? Hey, look, you can enter the neighborhood safely, you know, right?
Yeah, you're only 3/5 Jamato.
Right? You get your revenge arc and everything. Just keep doing this, right? And then look, she sends a bunch of Jamatos.
Yeah, out to just indiscriminately attack people. This is not a game. Yeah. The game is over. It's all about fighting now.
Yeah, it's all about hey, welcome to the death part of the game now, right?
This is just violence. This is just chaos.
Yeah, this is real death, you know, right? Yeah, so
how do you think Baraba got these scars?
Right, everyone fights their do their cool little fight, you know.
Yeah,
right. And then Z's like, hey, stop this, Baraba, and it's not cool.
Yeah,
you know,
hey,
right?
From one kid to another, stop it.
Yeah, right. Hey, look, Bearable thinks it's really weird how you're obsessing over Ace. You know, don't like that. Hey, look, you're creeping on him. Really, hey, look, I understand you're a fan of him, you know, but hey, you don't need to collect his lock of hair.
Yeah, why are you protecting him so much? Why do you have all these pictures posted all over your wall? And it's like, okay, Baraba, you literally picked up a dead man and have been keeping him locked in your closet, like, and using him, watering him like a plant. I don't know, man. There's nothing more grooming than that.
Right, yeah, so hey, look, Baraba and Xena are about to have their big fight until,
and then, mysterious old man shows up. Hey,
right?
look, you know what
he's middle-aged guy.
Yeah, I've said this before about, like, I like when there's, like, a middle-aged Kamen Rider, you know, sort of, like, I liked Buster initially in Saber, but, you know, kind of became, bad, at his job of being both a parent and a Kamen Rider. But, like, there's something about, like, I guess... Date, like, Birth in O's wasn't exactly middle-aged, but he was an older guy, right? Someone with a little bit more experience. I like it when it's just, like, a dude, like, a guy that it's just his job to do this, sort of, like,
right?
archetype.
Oh, like Larry from Scarlet and Violet, who's like, boy, hey, look. Look.
Look, I'm
just to put the 9 to 5.
Yeah, I'm just here to get. Right? I'm just here to clock in and get my fucking paycheck. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. But Kekara shows up and he's just like, I'm old. Like, I might be old, but I can still whoop your ass. Like,
look, check this out. Look, I can still bend my knees. You know.
Yeah, I can still bend my knees and hold a pose and like stand on one leg. And as I say this, these are things that Molly presently can't do.
I'll show you. Hey, look, if you pass me a ball, I'll show you a score. You know, right? You know, and then
and then Kyun shows up. But here's the thing that I don't like is that I just fundamentally can't call them fucking Kamen Riders. It's just weird. Like, we've gone so far in this series without having any, like, super CG'd, like, character designs, like, fucking... even when we had, like, even they showing in the...
think these are their... I mean, I'm assuming these are their default, but do you think there was a... I mean, with the exception of Zine, right?
Yeah.
Do you think there was an actual... I mean, I guess Bearba's already a rider suit, but all they did was 3D
big.
model it and baked it, right? But do you think there was an actual... I'm pretty sure they have actually planned for both of Kekara
I hope
and
so.
Q.
I mean, clearly when we saw... Gene transform, it's like there's a standard design of the laser rays riser suit, like entry suit, and then their specific like loading, like Kamen Rider, like
their character template
ID,
mode, right? And that's where you put the actual character
the purple
template on,
or green or blue or whatever, like flips over it. But I just don't get why. Like, the only reason I could see why they would do it is, like, this is either they're waiting for Gene to die so they can someone else can use the suit, or
I
don't think they do. Not like the Desire driver, like, rider suits. Where it's just a model, like, and they just clip the parts
maybe
on.
it goes back to what I was saying about the show, how I got real mad when they started introducing all these new external concepts in a show that already had a perfectly defined collectible gimmick, right? Right? This was my problem when they started fucking showing Glare and then Z, and I was like, man, you guys are really breaking apart from the fucking show.
Yeah.
AIDS now all of a sudden.
I mean,
right?
The thing is, they've kept it to three types of belts, 3 types of drivers, with 3 types of, like, suit art types that are modular. It's just... It's not... It's a lot. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit, but they've kept it at least generic enough. I just think that they... It's the same reason why we haven't seen, like, Glare and... why we haven't seen Glare 2 and Gazer in the same scene, right? I think they have, like, one suit for the alternate rider, like the alternate belts, like, drivers, and then they have, like all of the suits for the various like generic Desire Driver riders.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's
look. We got a giant fucking frog.
Yeah, a giant frog and a giant griffin, chimera.
Wing it. According to the Wikipedia, winged lion. Sure, why not? Fuck
sure.
It. Yeah,
I mean, isn't that just a? Isn't a winged lion?
Isn't that just a griffin?
I mean, I think a griffin is like it still has. What is a winged lion called? Okay, yeah, griffin. Yeah, okay. Britannica.com says griffin. No, yeah. Well, okay, hold on. I will say it says mythological creature with a lion's body, winged or wingless, and a bird's head. So usually it has a bird head, and I think Kyun has which is what I thought. A regular
lion.
Yeah,
this strip has a lion head,
right?
But he has eagle wings.
Yeah, right. So it's a little bit off, but I basically see that as a fucking okay, hold on, Wikipedia.
Okay.
There's a lot of fucking there's lion, eagle, it's a lot of griffin shit. Winged oh no.
Oh, what you find?
Alright, so this is some real galaxy brain shit.
Okay.
Alright, so the winged lion was the symbol of Mark the Evangelist.
Okay.
Mark, a.k.a. one of the 4 evangelists. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Okay. I thought we're just leading.
Four apostles, 4 saints. Right? That would go around, that held the tetramorph. Cherubi, the burning abyss fucking thing. That's what that is. It's just 4 faces fused together.
Yeah.
There's 4 supporters.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck. Wait,
they all turn into animals.
Cherubim's other face, and also a bull, a lion, a bull, a frog.
I am now looking for animals of the 4 apostles, of the 4 evangelists. Animal symbols of the 4 evangelists. Uh-oh! Wait. Oh, no. Hold on. Oh, no. Oh, God, I forgot. Okay. Alright. So, the lion, right? That could be Kyun. It could be Kyun. There's only one, there's only one, there's...
Right, right. Like you're saying,
Okay, so this is where this is where you start playing the L music.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, so the tetramorph, okay? Alright, so the tetramorph is the symbol of the union of the 4 evangelists, right? The 4 living creatures from the book of Ezekiel. There's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, alright? Straight up from Jesus shit, okay? Alright? Matthew the man, right? Only one Kamen Rider form is just a dude. It's Gene, man, okay? Alright, follow me. Keep with me.
Yeah.
Luke, the ox. Oh, Buffa. Baraba. Big chunker. Ooh, okay. Alright. Mark, the lion. Okay, that's the winged lion, okay? Now, here's where it all falls apart. John is an eagle. That's not a frog.
Yeah, nah.
So we're almost there. There's almost something there.
Don't eagles eat frogs, though?
I mean, eagles eat a lot of things.
Right? I feel like we're getting very dangerously close, right? Hey, look.
It's pretty close. It's pretty, like they literally, the only thing I could see to this is maybe they really were going for that and they decided not to be that on the nose with it. But it's, like, dangerously close. When I was just fucking around looking for winged lions, and then it said, oh, you know what winged lions are usually associated with? Yeah, it's Jesus shit. Uh-oh.
Well,
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, we're getting back to Christian imagery within Kamen Rider again.
Within Kamen Rider? Yeah, oopsie. Hey, look, it's a great thing to pull from. Nothing bad ever comes from using Christian
look,
imagery.
Japan loves Christian imagery, you know,
now
right?
you do one thing with the Prophet Muhammad, and all of a sudden you got a whole thing going on.
Right? Hey, look. Someone made a joke about how that you can probably combine all 4 of these guys to form.
Oh yeah, I saw that where it's like we have Super Sentai at home.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right, it's real funny.
I mean, look, I want to see the Tetramorph. Look, give me the Tetramorph, all right? Give me the Kamen Rider Tetramorph, okay?
All right, yeah.
Slide all them discs together.
Right. Look, there's a really cool shot with Gene in the episode when he gets thrown all the way up, and he does like this.
And he's like upside down,
right thing, you know.
Yeah. He's what's up, danger, bitch.
Right. Yeah, and then it's real funny in this context how Geats and everyone are just fighting the Jamato, right? But in the
and in the background there's a big CGI monster fight happening.
And I was like, oh boy, and they're like, should we be worried about this? Should we take priority?
Yeah, we'll figure that out later.
I mean, we're fighting grunt units, you know, right? And that's just a giant, right? Right, but
it's like in Dawn Brothers where the Cerebrans were down fighting the Cerebrans, and then also the Dawn Brothers decided to fight the fucking Hitotsuki for no goddamn reason.
Oh man, Dawn Brothers reference.
Yeah, listen. The less Dawn Brothers references in my Kamen Rider, the better.
Yeah.
But hey, look, shit's getting real now. Okay, the kitty gloves are off. We're off to the races.
Right.
It's anarchy.
Yeah,
It's Baraba's time.
Nero was like, oh yes, competition is good. It's how I don't get fined by the FTC or the FCC.
Yeah, this is healthy.
Yeah, right. For monopoly.
The FCC won't let me be.
I don't want to get fined for having a monopoly. You know, right?
Yeah. It's Kamen Riders versus Yamato Riders. Yamato Grand Prix versus Desire Grand Prix. Who will win? Who will become the god? Find out next time on Kamen Rider Geats.
Short episode.
Also, hey, maybe
to say due to the fact that the majority of the episode is in fact recap. So
I will say though, so now we have this new change, right? At the end, where it's no longer just the Desired Grand Prix, the DGP narrator telling us what the DGP is. It's telling us what the Yamato Grand Prix, and in that there is a direct 1-to-1 cipher that you can find now. In clear, pausable, the fucking, graphic of the Japanese being said phonetically to the Yamato language being said phonetically. Yeah. And it's, katakana. So, all you have to do, I can now read the word Yamato in the Yamato language, because I know what Yamato is supposed to be from the the characters shown there.
Right.
This if I get bored and drunk enough, I'll crack the code and I'll be able to understand what the Yamato are saying.
You're gonna team up with Tom Hanks to find the Vatican treasure?
Listen, I'm the only one that could crack this code.
Right. Right. Oh.
They're saying something. We just have to find out if it's dumb or not.
Oh yeah.
Is it Apple? Is the answer Apple?
Alright, yep.
But yeah, that's the only other thing of note for me. Looks like next episode we're getting more complicated with, somehow Buffa gets the command buckle and fucking, Ozma gets, a new outfit and a friend.
Yeah, it's, like I said, I didn't know who the fuck this character was into the preview until I read the comment, right? Because this is a character that only shows up in, one episode. It's like fucking how Shiroe shows up again within the show, right? And we're supposed to be like, oh yeah, yes, I know exactly who this is. You know who this is, right? Yeah. Okay, I guess.
Dead friends. Listen, anybody can come back in the power of the desire.
Desires. Anyone can come back, you know, right? Look. Yeah. We're just getting every past character back, you know, right? Cameo. Everyone's coming back, you know, right? You thought they were out.
But at least it's easier to at least it's an old character coming back rather than a new character being a brand spanking new character being introduced.
Right.
So hey, there we go.
Yeah. All right. Is that it for this week's episode?
I think so.
All right, coronavirus is still a thing. Washington's wearing masks, getting shots. Boosters a thing now. Okay, thanks, bye.